introduction with Gina Calabrese. You know, I've known Gina since she was a senior in high school, where she was the greatest athlete in Long Beach history, holds the record for most wins by the girls softball team, and was a starter for 5 years on the basketball team. And she's such an upbeat, inspirational person. Everybody to know Gina is to love Gina. And Gina, what's your inspirational message for tonight?
Okay, thank you, Howie. First, I just want to kind of mention that anybody that's been listening to the show might notice that there's a change in the name of the segment. The name of the segment was called Positive Thinking with Gina Calabrese, and now it has switched. Howie called me last week and said, you know what, I was thinking, he looked at my Facebook page and saw some of the things that I would post, and he thought that a more appropriate name was Inspiration by Gina Calabrese. And when he told me that, it was immediately I felt like, yes, that's right, because you know, it's not every day that I wake up and I'm like, woohoo, ready to start the day with all these positive thoughts, and I feel like, all right, my life is great all the time. It's not that. You know, in life, there's definitely, there's peaks and there's valleys. And if any of you are familiar with, there's a motivational spiritual speaker who actually used to be a professor at St. John's University. His name is Wayne Dyer, and he does speaking all over the world now. And you know, he really just, he carries a very strong message that we're very powerful beings. You know, we have a lot of power with what our thoughts are, and also our faith. You know, but his quote that I want to share with you today is, life is made of peaks and valleys, and being in a valley doesn't mean there isn't a peak on the horizon. In fact, it's usually a good indication that something great is going to come your way. And when I read that quote, I was like, all right, that's beautiful, you know, because like I said, there are times where I am in the valley, and you know, it's just staying focused and having that faith and knowing that God is with me, that's going to get me through that valley, and I'm going to see a peak again, you know. And I've shared, like, you know, was at a point in my life where I got into this, my brain was almost on like this default mode where pretty much every thought that I had was negative, 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 and I didn't know that I had any control over my thoughts, you know. But I'm happy to say that with a lot of practice and a lot of repetition, just like going to the gym, just like working out, just like, I mean, I instruct girls softball pitchers, just like them. They do something a certain amount of times, you just automatically start to do it. So the more I started to think positive, the more I noticed that my mind started to become more positive rather than defaulting always to the negative, you know. And I guess the message that I want to share today is when we're in a valley, which is going to happen because that's life. Life is peaks and valleys, just like the ocean is sometimes calm and beautiful, sometimes it's going to be stormy and chaotic. When we're in those stormy times and when we're in those valleys, it's just keeping that focus and knowing that we are loved unconditionally and that things are going to get better and something good is going to happen. Keeping that faith, you know, like you're not alone in that valley. You know, you're unconditionally loved. You're surrounded by unconditional love. That's my true belief. And another way to just stay focused, when you kind of notice that your thoughts are going off into the negative and you feel almost like maybe a little bit depressed or upset, try to just stop, breathe, take deep breaths, okay? And then just think of what is good in your life. You know, what do I have that's going well that I can be grateful for? And sometimes it could be as simple as I woke up this morning, you know, I have legs, I'm able to walk. You know, I slept in a comfortable bed. I have clean drinking water. You know, it's those little things that we take for granted, you know, that I take for granted, that when I really stop and look, I am so blessed with my life, truly and honestly. You know, I have a beautiful family, beautiful friends, and I'm on the Halftime Howie Show. But anyway, love you guys. Love and light. Thanks.
Wow. Great job, Gina. Fantastic. So inspirational. Give it up for Gina Calabrese. You know, I love Gina. Always speaks from the heart, and she moves people, and I think she's been an amazing addition. You know, Long Beach is a surfing town.